Have you got the refs one? Well, good afternoon, and what an afternoon it is here at Parish Park. The hosting West Devils and the visiting Thirroul Butchers, both sides making their way onto the park as we speak. Two sides fought out a thrilling 18-all draw in round one, that one at Gibson Park. Today both sides will be trying to pinch back that crucial point. After that one, if you get a game half as good as that one that afternoon, we'll be happy. But just to run quickly through the sides, Tony Pello at the back for the Devils, Luke Towers and Colby Pello on the wings, Kurt Field, Hayden Carpenter are the centres, Zach Green, Justin Rodriguez in the halves, Kieran Rankmore and Nathan Leatingaga. I will try to get that right by the end of the season. Up front, Josh Daly, the hooker, Jimmy Green and Glenn Stewart. The back row is Wade Stanford locking the scrum for the visitors. Lee Higgins at the back, Hayden Crosland and Nathan Hoare on the wings. Daniel Perkins and Callum Tatawa are the centres. Jack Payne and Jake Walsh in the halves. Aaron Beath and Joel Roskin up front, a pair of veterans there. Joel Johnson is the hooker and skipper, playing his 150th game for the club this afternoon, so well done, Jono. Jay Gallagher, Luke Dodge are the back rowers, Michael Morris locking the scrum. We're about to see things get underway. We are live for Bar TV Sports. Mitch Jennings bringing you all the action, flying solo today. It is something I am used to, but thank you for your company wherever you may be watching this one. It looks like it'll be Walsh to get us underway, and he does. Towers coming forward to field that one. And Dylan Laurie, who's been given a start there from the bench in the 14, takes it up towards the 20. Go. Daly at dummy half onto Stanford. That's Rankmore. Good carry there from Rankmore. Not the biggest prop by any stretch in the competition, but geez, he's physical with his carries. Expect to see that throughout the rest of the afternoon. That's Jimmy Green over there on the left edge. Little short side play there from the Devils, Rodriguez on that side. And that pass might have snuck forward, it has. So an incomplete set to start this one for the Devils. Kurt Field just a little bit in front of his man over there on the blind side. He's a pet Devils play, love attacking short sides. Why wouldn't you when you've got back rowers like Glenn Stewart and Jimmy Green on both edges, capable of ball playing.
Second roll, make sure we find in.
But an early shake of the head there for Pete McLeod. The Devils not getting to their kick on that one. And the Butchers will start this set on halfway. Walsh feeding the scrum. Onto Payne. This is Tatawa. Met good there underneath there by Hayden Carpenter. Zach Green also over the top. Dodge takes it up towards the 40. Johnson onto Morris. Might have just crept up high there. It has there from Laurie. So another good opportunity here for the Butchers to start this one inside Devils territory. Dodge there. Glenn Stewart getting up there and doing the defensive work. That'll be a hell of a battle on this side. Glenn Stewart, the former Clive Churchill medalist, and Luke Dodge. As Higgins now skips into some space. He's got the arm free looking for the offload. He'll be dragged down over there by Field. Or rather, it was Pello coming in off the wing, and that's another penalty. So 3 sets back-to-back to start this one for the Butchers. And the Devils copping some early pressure here at home as Beath takes it forward. Driven back there. Good defence underneath. It was that man Rankmore again. Dylan Laurie and Wade Stanford also helping out with that one. This is Gallagher. Dragged down there on the 10 by Rodriguez. Johnson shapes blindside, comes open. Flat ball there for Morris. Might have been forward, but play on is the call. Johnson at dummy half again. Comes left to Payne. Payne right to the line, and what a shot there! Kieran Rankmore Jack Payne will be picking grass out of his teeth for a while after that one. Great shot there from Rankmore.
Still 4.
There's Payne straight up. Has the arm free and Rankmore gets him again. Around the legs that time. Johnson from dummy half. Flat ball for Thirroul, and that was a good shot there from Carpenter on his own line to deny Thirroul a try. And he's gone down.
No advantage.
Now he looks in all sorts of trouble there. Carpenter reaching for that arm. Hasn't moved there, but what about that shot from Rankmore? Would have been on the tip sheet to not allow Payne any time on this left edge, and Rankmore was all over him there on that one as we see Carpenter still down there looking in all sorts of strife.
No advantage.
It's that arm.
They could have started at the 10.
Well, the reports we're getting perhaps are broken. Hopefully the damage not too serious there, but Carpenter has battled some injuries in recent times. He was injured in that round 1 match, came back last week, but looks in a world of pain there, unfortunate for the young bloke. And it is that arm that he's nursing as he comes from the field.
Last tackle, Rod. Change over here.
So that will be an early setback for the Devils. But more specifically on the game there as he gets a round of applause coming off the field. Carpenter, a bitter pill to swallow so early on in this one. Kyle Lodge coming onto the field as the replacement. But has to be said, some great defence on their line there early on for the Devils. Rankmore, as we said, leading the charge, and Carpenter, although it's drastically short in his afternoon and perhaps part of his season there, a great tackle to deny Thirroul on this side as Stanford takes it forward. Sporting that Trent from Punch Bowl haircut, Stanford, the 100 gamer.
Lock in.
For the Devils, plays it to Daly. This is Rankmore on that side.
Pin now, Aaron. Go. 3.
Daly out from dummy half onto Stanford again. Stanford plays it. Green with the kick from inside his 40. It's a fair heave, that one too. Bounces well there for Higgins, who brings it back. Met there in the tackle of Daly. So, after repelling 3 straight sets there, the Devils, a good one of their own. Zach Green punctuating it with that kick.
Go. 2.
Dodge. Hit there by Green. Also Kyle Lodge in from the centres.
Go. 3.
That will bring about the reshuffle. Kyle Lodge has usually been used in for the most part, a middle forward role through this season. Versatile, though he is the former Canberra and Manly Seagulls full-timer. But no doubt, with Jack Payne on this side, the Butchers will look to attack this right edge of the Devils' defence throughout the afternoon. Payne under some good pressure there from field. This is a high one. Towers goes up, and well taken there from Towers. Got himself up in the air. Eyes never left the footy. Was under some pressure. So we've also seen Damien Sirinen out there for the Butchers. There's Colby Pello in off the wing for that carry. Dumped on his back by Perkins over on that side. Stanford, second man there for Laurie. Met there by Payne and Morris as well. Luke Dodge also underneath doing the hard work. This is Stewart going to the line with Pello out the back. Pello doesn't need much space. He's gone straight through. He's got support with Towers. Holds it up well, and Towers, he'll streak away and put the ball down near the post. He got close to that dead ball on doing a bit of a David Peachy job there, but brilliant work there from Tony Pello on this blind side. He is absolute grease lightning. Only a fraction of a gap on this blind side, but he split them and held up the fullback Lee Higgins beautifully for Luke Towers to run away and score. Also, as we just see the value that Glenn Stewart, Test, Origin, Clive Churchill medalist, as we said, as good a resume as any player will see return to the Illawarra League. And as I touched on a little bit earlier, they love attacking short sides, the Devils, with the 2 ball-playing back rowers on each side, and we saw it beautifully there from Stewart. Just went right into the line. Second man there for Pello to create the space. And after absorbing some early pressure, the Devils lead 4-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, so he's back.
All the way back from Antarctica and from the water.
Get Russ and say that over the weather.
Yeah, I don't think we'll do it, mate.
Yeah, you have to give him something. What about you messaging the business? Have you got my sunglasses?
So Green with the conversion attempt. $10 metres to the right of the post. Moves in. And he struck that okay, but I'll tell you what, it looked like it might go across the face. Resisted the urge to back him in before the ball had left the tee. But the 2 points added to the tally, 6-0 after 9 minutes. The Devils leading the Butchers. Walsh setting this one high, a tough one there. Daly takes it on the knees. Did well in the end as Laurie brings the ball back. He'll be made to play it just shy of the 20. Daly at dummy half again, Stanford. And he bumps away there from Walsh. Rankmore, as we said, very physical with his carries. Daly onto Rodriguez, flat ball for Green. He takes it up towards the 40. Daly onto Stanford. Stanford off his right foot. Looking to find his front. He'll play it to Daly, and Rodriguez comes from the left to the right for that kick, and some pressure there from Morris rather. And Higgins brings the ball back there. Good contact, Green and Stewart. They dump him on his back.
Lock in. Go. One.
Hoare in off the right wing. Or rather the left wing. Takes it up towards the 40. Tatawa out from dummy half. Breaks away from tackles to Tower. He's one of the best dummy half runners in the league. To Tower, he really saps some juice out of the defence as Gallagher over on that edge. That was a high one there from Rodriguez, and he may have just copped a bit of a knock there. I'll tell you what, Malta coach and Berkeley coach Aaron McDonald, heart stops momentarily there. Certainly relying on J-Rod in that match that will play tomorrow, Malta v South Africa at St Mary's. Part of a huge rep weekend. So some more nervous moments for Pete McLeod. He already lost Carpenter over on this side. Now it's Rodriguez receiving some attention. Have to think that'll be a tactic. Big, robust run of the footy over on that side, Gallagher. They'll be looking to put him at Rodriguez on that side when they can, to suck some juice out of the Devils number 7. But that tackle did creep up, so Walsh with the touch finder. That's how most of this early part of the half has played out. Another penalty to the Butchers, and on the attack, Gallagher still driving his way forward. Good run there from Gallagher. Pitches a few more metres than he's entitled to there. Johnson. Flat ball there for Morris. Morris second man for Payne. Some space on this side. A tip on, and Tatawa puts it down. But they had stripped them for numbers here over on this side, and the call is a knock-on against the Devils. Have to say, a bizarre one there. I thought Tatawa had put the ball down here over on this edge. The tip on coming from Higgins. They had created the numbers over on this side, but Towers coming in off the wing enough to put some pressure on Higgins to make that pass difficult. The arm goes up towards the Butchers. Referee Michael Ford. Johnson at the back of the scrum onto Walsh. Gallagher. Good shot there from Rankmore breaking from the scrum.
Lock in! Here.
Playing with a bee in his bonnet this afternoon, Rankmore, as we see Beef on the blind side. Tackled there by Laurie. Walsh at first receiver. Second man again for Payne. Some space on this side again, and Hall going for the corner, and Towers comes across. Brilliant tackle there from the Devils winger. But again, it was on this edge, and as we just touched on, they have had a reshuffle on this side defensively, the Devils. Carpenter coming from the field, and Lodge injected there at right centre, and certainly the message seems to have gone out to the Butchers. That's where they might get some joy. And twice there stripped them for numbers, but yet to have the 4 points to show for it.
That's why Luke's staying.
Would struggle to, certainly wouldn't think it'll be the last time they venture into this territory. As you said, Jack Payne on this edge. So you see Hall in strife too on the edge of the field. So some injuries for both sides early on.
Let's go, guys. Head down. Head down. He's off the field.
Still not entirely sure if we've seen a replacement put onto the paddock yet.
Heads in. Thirroul, heads in.
And if they look to this side, Luke Towers all by himself on this side, and they go open. It doesn't look like the Butchers have made the replacement. They will now. To see Luke Gallagher go onto the park. Imagine he'll go to right centre, and perhaps Daniel Perkins will shift over to this left wing. Would be my guess at this point, as Field takes it up, and a penalty there. Just jumping the gun in defence, the Butchers. That's a relieving one for the Devils. Saw on two occasions down here, Jack Payne, he really does go right into the line to create that space for his outside men. But the Devils been equal to it defensively thus far, as Daly receives the inbound pass onto Rankmore. Good tackle underneath there, Gallagher. A couple of times those paths have crossed those two. We'll watch that one throughout the afternoon. Two men who don't take a backward step. Stanford now and another penalty. Markers not square. So Siren and Ping there. And I think they may take the two they have. The two fingers went up for, I think, all 6 members of the coaching staff there from the Devils. It looks like they'll stick with that decision, even though the ball looks like it's a bit further to the left than we would have thought. Green will certainly be looking to strike the ball a bit better than he did on his last effort, although he did enough to knock it over. Of course, apart from Tony Pello's long run down here on the blind side, the first real visit to the Butchers' end here for the Devils, and may have been tempted to try to pinch a few more points, but given the defensive workload they've had through these first 15 minutes, perhaps a smart play to just take a moment, settle down, and hopefully knock the extra 2 points over for an 8-0 lead. Any coach would be happy with that, given the pressure they've had to absorb early on here at home, the Devils. Green moves in, and he struck that one pretty well, and the flags go up, so much more polished than his last effort. Made that one look easy in the end. Zach Green, so 8-0 the score, 15 minutes gone. And Walsh again with the ball. And looking at the Butchers here, it looks as if the reshuffle's been a bit wider. Towers actually gone over onto that right centre position. Lukey Gallagher has come over to the left centre position, and Daniel Perkins onto the left wing. Imagine Jack Payne will spend most of the afternoon defending one in from the sideline, as Stanford now at first receiver. Flat ball there for Rankmore. Fends away from one. Still going forward, Rankmore. They can't get him to ground. He'll play it to Daly. Daly's first foray there out of dummy half. I'll have to watch him as the afternoon wears on. Daly he really does pick his times out from dummy half well, as that was a flat pass there to Green. Tackled there by Gallagher. Rodriguez at first receiver with the kick, and he'll kick it back towards the far touchline. It's a good kick there from Rodriguez, so a good set after points. Good work there from the Devils, Bigman and Rodriguez, just popping from left to right there to put that one back over the touchline, and the Thirroul will now have to work it out from deep inside their own territory.
Good arms around. Here, arms around.
Walsh feeds the scrum. Perkins coming away at first receiver, loses his footing there. So easy pickings for the event. Stanford and Stewart there finishing that one off. Dodge takes it over the 20. Beath on the blind side, and just saw Rankmore lose his footing there, so it looks pretty dry out there, but some players still struggling for their footing here. Beath slower play the ball than he would have liked. That's a flat ball for Sirinen. Sirinen edging his way forward. He's over the 40. Johnson from dummy half. He gets away from Stanford there, finds Gallagher. Johnson for Payne, and the charge down there from Daly. He's got first dibs on this foot if it sits up for him, and it has, and I think he spilt it. He has.
Oh, he was clear.
Just had too much time there, Daly. The charge down on the Payne kick, it wasn't quite the pass he was looking for. Payne and put a bit of pressure on him, and Daly coming through, he got the charge down. It looked as like he got the bounce as well, perhaps just looking up at the open space in front of him and enough to put the ball down. That would have been a huge try. They're already leading 8-0, the Devils. So the Butchers certainly dodge a bullet there. And this is Gallagher. Plays it there to Johnson onto Perkins. Daly there making that tackle.
Here we are. Hold. Go.
Dodge. Beeline there for Zach Green again. Finds his front. I say too long there in the tackle. It was a physical carry there from Dodge. He found his front. Certainly looks as if he's going to try to make Zach Green earn his defensive keep over on this side. Dodge has made a beeline for him every time he's had the footy.
Hold on. Go.
Dodge, first man off the tap there, and almost lost that there. He holds onto it, Dodge. With some good contact there from Stewart. Walsh, flat ball there for Sirinen. He gets the offload away, but the rest of the Butchers asleep on the play there. Walsh was looking for some support, and the rest of the Butchers had all shut up shop on that play as Sirinen takes it up over the 20. Payne at first receiver, goes to the line, flat ball there for Dodge. Again, they'd sucked in Kyle Lodge on this side there for that tackle. But Lodge goes back in field. They come blindside. Payne, dummies, and Stewart making a tackle had to be made. Payne had bumped away there from Green. Walsh, he's put that on the toe. It's a good kick, and Pello comes through and kicks that one ahead. And Crosland will pick that up. That'll be 6 to go. Lovely little kick there from Walsh. Just dropped it on the toe when it was sitting up. Pello perhaps been watching a little bit of the Football World Cup there, showing his skills with the toe, but it is the Butchers on the attack. Sirinen, second man for Payne, and again for Higgins, and Gallagher reels that one in. Lodge making the tackle on Gallagher. Higgins off his right foot. Still going Higgins. He's 2 metres out from the line. Johnson a dummy half. Payne. Good shot there, Rankmore. Well, Jack Payne must owe Kieran Rankmore some money because he's levelled him twice now in this game. A flat ball there, great one there from Walsh, and Thirroul with the pass away, and a great pick up on that side from Crosland, and the Butchers hit back. Could just see Jack Payne on this side. He came left to right. Copped a big whack there from Rankmore, but the quick play the ball there to give his halves partner Walsh on that side, and a long ball from Thirroul, and he did well to get the ball away to Crosland. It was only a centimetre off the ground there, and Crosland good enough to scoop it up and put the ball down. And we're back to a 4-point ball game here. 18 minutes to go in this first half. Important try there for the Butchers. Had to think with some of the football they've had down this end, if they'd been turned away again, the confidence in their head just drops a little bit. But they get the reward. Over there, and Walsh will attempt the sideline conversion. Tough run from out there, sun in his eyes, bad side for a right footer. The Devils' defence been good for the most part on their line, but repeat set after repeat set eventually told there for the Butchers as Walsh moves in. And strikes it not too badly, but it's waved away just across the face of the post, so 8-4 remains the score. The Devils leading here at Parish Park. Of course, we are live here at Parish Park Bar TV Sports, so thank you for joining us wherever you may be watching. No better way to spend a Saturday afternoon than out seeing some great local leagues. Sirenen bringing the ball back off the dead ball line. It's created some space on this side. Perkins dragged down there on the 20. And now Sirenen again. It's good carry there from Sirenen. They can't put him to ground. Stanford finishing it off. He plays it to Johnson. And now Beath back through the middle. Johnson, second man there for Walsh. Gallagher onto Tower. Tower will bring it down.
Walk in! Hold! Go.
Walsh on the blind side with the kick, and he drills that along the ground. Pello going back for it. So a good set after points there from the Butchers as well. We see now just the Devils a little bit slow to come back on side, as we said, despite that 4-point buffer of had to get through a lot of defensive work. Perhaps just starting to feel that pinch. Green now on to Stewart. Stewart, bit of a goose step there from Stewart, takes it up towards the 30. Daly blindside there, dodge, or rather lodge underneath. So we saw their Lodge tackled by Dodge. Daly. Gallagher comes again and makes that tackle with Morris, and Green out from dummy half, and he finds the turf. Higgins going across to that one. Higgins bringing the ball back hard there, Higgins. Perkins. Now this game, as we saw some penalties and mistakes early on, but really developing into an arm wrestle now. This one is Ruskin, who's just come onto the paddock, gets his first carry. Johnson a dummy half onto Morris. He's got Sirenen in support, but he takes that one over halfway. Johnson, dummy half, Sirenen. He's got the arm free. Johnson with some space. Good ball there for Gallagher, and he bursts into the clear. He's got support in Payne. And Payne's got Higgins on the outside. Pello looking to make the tackle, and he's done brilliantly there, Tony Pello. An absolute magic act from Tony Pello. You will not see a more impressive try save at any level of the game. Well, he scores plenty, Tony Pello, but you can chalk a try save up there. Good play there from Gallagher to burst into the clear. Payne in support, and he found Higgins, and Higgins just had to get the ball down there, and his opposite number, Pello, just rips the ball out. Huge play.
Heads in. Arms
There will be a butcher's scrum feed there.
in. Out.
Pello did affect the strip. Tatawa now skips to the outside of field. He's got support on his outside. He dummies. He's still going, and the flick pass there for Crosland. So, in the end, slightly delayed there, and Tatawa did a brilliant job to skip to the outside of field, and the flick pass, Matt Gidley like over on that edge. And Crosland levels up at 8 apiece. So the Butchers just seizing back momentum here.
Yeah, really good there, Mick.
So you saw the Butchers just generating some second phase. It was Sirinen back here on halfway who got the offload away just to really spark that offensive raid. Of course, as we've touched on, the Devils, industrious forward pack, not the biggest bodies out there, so can generate second phase
I can't hear.
if you put enough juice into your carries, and we're seeing some of that as the half wears on. Walsh will attempt a conversion from almost the same blade of grass as his last effort.
Yeah, or when you're coming down this way.
Oh, when I'm facing that way, yeah.
So, second half of work. So we'll study that.
I'm sure the message from McLeod will be not to be too disheartened if you look at the weight of possession in this one.
Coming out of the 10 metre mark.
So we see Walsh struck that one pretty well again, but almost a carbon copy of his last effort as well. So just across the face of the post, we're all tied up there on the scoreboard at 8 apiece. 11 minutes to go till the break. As we just see Rodriguez, looks like he's coming to the sideline. Might have battled through an injury he picked up earlier on. Maybe just hobbling slightly, J-Rod as well. So Brad Speechley going over there onto that edge. So the Devils, a punishing injury toll in this one thus far, although their rotation through the middle shouldn't be too affected, as Johnson out from dummy half, and now Daly behind play as well. They've just picked up a bit of a cork there. He's running back on side. Ruskin, he takes it up towards halfway.
Up we get, Zach! Lock in! Hold. Go, 3.
Dodge bumps away from Lodge.
Move, Zach!
Try to say that 10 times fast as Johnson onto Morris. Such a valuable player to this Butchers side, Morris. 80 minutes he can play each week in the middle. It just does get better and better as the game goes on, as Walsh puts that in. Looks like they may be in front out there. And it reeled in there by Gallagher, and the penalty will be, as we said, they were in front over on that side, just pinching a metre or two. Good effort from Gallagher to pull that one out of the sky, but certainly see from our position up here in the West Media box that they'd pinched a few metres over there on that side. 5 metres is the call from West President Matty Ray.
Move on, 10! Hold! Go,
There's Daly on to Stanford. He's towards halfway. Johnson and Morris making that tackle. Slow going in this set for the Devils out of their own end. Green on the right, flat ball there for Stewart. Not a lot doing on the blind side.
I can see.
Daly, they go that way again. Good shot there from Gallagher on Lodge. Just a bit slow out of dummy half there. As Blay, who's just come onto the field, gets his first carry. Sirinen making that tackle. It is the last. Speechley a first receiver, and Green on the other side. And some pressure from Sirinen as that one's gone high. It'll be a tough take. And Towers has reeled it in, and he's going away. And Payne has picked that ball up. Not quite sure how it came out there. Towers looked as if he was trying for the flick pass. But the Butchers come away with it.
Get square! Oh!
It was a beautifully placed kick there from Green. Put the back man from the Butchers under pressure as Walsh. He actually found some space there before looking for Thirroul, but he'll come away now. So the Butchers just upping the tempo. Johnson onto Gallagher off his left foot. Met there in the tackle of Stanford. Blay and Leotinga also involved.
Go, 4.
As they go to Walsh, he'll look for the kick. He'll put it in behind Towers over on this side. Pello also coming across to it, and that'll run into touch. So a good set there from the Butchers out of their own end. They'll come and set the scrum, and as we said, those Devils forwards just start to show some fatigue there with 7 minutes to go. No rush to get back for this scrum. 8-8 is the score, and a fair indication of the way this one has gone. 2 tries to 1 in the Butchers' favour, but penalty goal to Zach Green enough to keep things level as Zach Blake coming back, bit of blood around the face. That's nothing to
Second roll's one around here, Wade.
the tough redhead.
Wade, 13, west. I'm around.
It'll be Green to feed the scrum.
Wait, in, out.
Colby Pello hasn't seen much of the footy over there on that left edge. As
Move 11.
hit hard there by Gallagher, and Walsh also involved.
Go.
It's Tony Pello at dummy half onto Towers. Towers with the offload to Pello. Thought I heard a whistle there, but I have misheard as we see the Devils still doing a tough out of their own end. Field there plays the ball. Stanford on a Leotinga. Good carry there.
Here, Jared.
So powerful, built low to the ground and pitched some more metres as we entitled. Pet play again. Pello, he's found some space for Towers. He's gone back infield, perhaps wisely so, was getting close to the chalk on this side and still skipping away. There's some space and he's throwing that straight into the arms of Thirroul, and he'll go on the attack. Don't know what he was thinking there with that pass.
17, not square. 1.
As Ruskin takes it up towards the 30, end a penalty, and marker's not square. Perhaps the 2 on offer for the Butchers. It is 8-8, 6 minutes before half time. Have to think the 2 points, at least a consideration for them. 30 metres out, and Walsh with the footy. They'll take the 2. And just a bit of a brain explosion there from Towers. He'd skipped away from a few defenders and there was some space out there, but where the pass landed, Thirroul over on that side was the only player within a bull's roar of that one.
I think he thought there was another West player.
So Walsh from in front, he's 22 metres from the post, looking to take the lead for his side. As we said, some injuries for the Devils. Carpenter have come from the field early on, and now Rodriguez, the number 7, has joined him. Kyle Lodge playing over on this right side, usually a part of that middle rotation, so they'll have to do it tough through the middle this afternoon as it continues, the Devils. Walsh moves in. And he hits that nicely off the tee, and it's off the upright. And Gallagher's come through and almost scooped it up. Well, There you go, a big miss there for the Butchers. Was in front, 20 metres out. Walsh, kicker of his calibre, certainly kickable for him. Comes off the upright. Almost pulled 4 points out of it there, the Butchers. The way Gallagher scooped that up, but he couldn't handle. Certainly wasn't any Devils players doing the Ray Price. No praying mantis there, looking at the uprights as the deflection came away. As Field now away from the scrums. The Devils hanging on there. They've had dodged a few bullets this afternoon down their own end. It's where just about all of this first half has been played out.
16! Get square!
And Lodge, as you see Ruskin gesturing the referee, Lodge has picked up a bit of a knock in that tackle as Lea Tinganga, he runs behind his own players there. He's fortunate not to be pinged for that one. He did surrender in that one and perhaps helped him get away with it. Pello now runs over on that left edge. Field straightening things up. As this is Green and Whitty. Great tackle there from Jared Whitty. Got right up off the line. Snaps him down underneath. So the kick will come from deep inside their own territory from Green. Higgins coming forward to it. And a penalty there. And now the Devils perhaps having a chance to take the 2.
He makes contact with the kicker and he goes through his feet. He doesn't need to. Still knocks him off his feet.
Perhaps some late contact on the kicker there. I was following the...
I didn't see that.
Did he?
Following the football on that one, but it looks as if Green might have copped a knock late.
I didn't see that. I could tell it wasn't.
As we see, Kyle Lodge is in all sorts of trouble back here as well. They'll need him to stick it out, as we said. Numbers already stretched, and Green will have this kick. From almost exactly the same spot at the other end.
Nathan, what are you doing?
That Walsh had the opportunity just before. Lea Tinganga coming from the field, the jersey ripped.
Stay there, they'll get it. Jimmy's got it, they're onto it.
And you have to think certainly Pete McLeod be very happy if his side can lead this one at half time, which they will if he can knock this over. A minute 50 as the clock counts down to half time. As we said, precious few visits to the Butchers' end. So to find themselves up 10-8, if of course Green knocks this one over, McLeod will be ecstatic with that.
No, he didn't. Oh, did he?
As Green comes in, strikes that one pretty well and the flags go up. So 10-8 the score. The Devils lead here at Parish Park. And they've done it tough for that 2-point lead, the Devils. As we enter the final minute of this half.
They've had more than us. I don't know what your stats say, but they've had more than us.
Oh, game's been played there.
Yeah, exactly.
Walsh with the restart.
They came back.
That's a high one. Be a tough take here for Pello at the back, but he makes it look easy. Blay coming in off the dead ball line.
Move, Jared, get square!
He takes it up over his 10 as the clock counting down. Stanford, second man there for Pello, on to Green. So the clock ticking down, but they're still looking for points here, the Devils, and Pello throws that one back infield. 23 seconds here, so unlikely we'll see a scrum get packed, although the Butchers keen to have a shot at them here. 13 seconds on the clock.
Let's go, guys.
Still no time off, so
Only if they waste time.
Michael Ford letting the clock tick down here on this one. But they do get the feed in, and now they'll come back. So you see Coach Jared Costello not happy with the way that last little bit played out. Keen to pack the scrum, the Butchers, and got the ball out, but the Hooter beats them all. So 10-8 is the score. Wes leading the Butchers here at home at Parish Park. A hell of a first half we've seen. The second half to follow. We'll be back here at Parish Park in just a little while. Well, still 3 minutes to go. Welcome back to Parish Park as we see both sides making their way back onto the paddock. A great first half we just witnessed. 10-8 the score at the end of it in favour of the Devils. As we said, Pete McLeod no doubt thrilled with that, given the bulk of possession and field position to the Butchers in that half. Interesting to see, though, whether that plays a part as this game wears on. A lot of juice chewed up from the Devils in that first half, defending their own line to only concede the 2 tries. Pretty good effort. As we see Walsh onto Ruskin.
I didn't chase him out.
It's Johnson onto Payne, Sirinen. He takes it up over the 20.
Wait, hold for me. Hold! Go. 6, not square! 2.
Said it was a slightly quick half time. I didn't even get to finish my Coke Zero.
Release! Hold square! Go. 3.
As we see Whitty now taking the ball up towards halfway. Johnson at dummy half. Onto Walsh, Gallagher. Tackled underneath there by Speechley. Gallagher will be looking to get at Speechley throughout this half, one would think, as that ball, a high one, a tough one for Pello coming forward. He does well in the end. Sliding forward, that was like one of your best fieldsmen on the boundary, Pello coming in there. It does help, but he can cover ground as quickly as he can to get to that one, as Colby Pello this time, takes it up towards the 40. Gallagher and Ruskin wrestle him to ground. Daly at dummy half. Leah Tinganga with a new jumper. Takes it over halfway. Green, second man for Pello with some space. Takes Payne on the outside. Still going Pello, dragged down just inside the touchline by Perkins on that side. Stewart backing his way over the 30. Plays the ball there to Daly on the blind side. Green putting this one high. A tester for Higgins. Does well in the end. He was under some pressure there from Pello. And Gallagher with that carry out of trouble finds his front. Good carry there from Gallagher. Gets a quick play the ball on the back of it to Toa. In from dummy half. Such a feature of the Butchers game. Their back 5 really come in and involve themselves there as Perkins. They appeal for a penalty, the Butchers. They won't get one there. Jimmy Green making the tackle. Johnson. Walsh from inside the 40. Towers coming across to get that one. And he brings it back. Speechley at dummy half. Colby Pello. Tackled there by Whitty. Joel Ruskin also involved. Daly onto Green. Flat ball there for Stewart. A good one too. Some space out there for Pello. And a good tackle had to be made too by Gallagher. Green onto play. Whitty again leading the line speed from the Butchers. Must be the smallest back rower in the competition, Whitty, but throws that small bit of body weight around. Daly, flat ball for Speechley. He had a few of his forwards in his road there, and Thirroul will reel that one in. He dummies to the outside. Holds onto that one, mate. Tackle there by Pello and Jimmy Green. As they come up hard off the defensive line, the Devils. Crosland, good shot there from Blay. Johnson onto Gallagher. He's going at Speechley again, and Speechley making the tackle underneath. And a good shot over the top there. Leah Tinganga on Sirinen. He was helped out there by Field underneath, but good contact. As Payne now some space back on the inside. A good ball there from Payne. Higgins straight into the clear. He's got support on the inside with Johnson. Johnson going for the post. He's dragged down by Speechley. Great effort from the number 7 there. Or rather, number 21, and that's creeping up on sin bin territory. Johnson appealing for that.
In my opinion, they're in a defensive position to make the tackle.
Interesting call because, to the letter of the law, certainly looked in the professional foul category. If the penalty was blown, then the Butchers may take the chance to level up here. They will. It was a great effort from Speechley, defending over on this left edge for the Devils. It had been a good set defensively from the Devils. Had really condensed to really put some whack in their defence, but well spotted by Payne over on that edge. Some space. He found Higgins, and Johnson was supporting. Couldn't quite get the 4 points they were after. They'll be hoping to get 2 points for their trouble.
So I think the defensive
sister,
in a position to make that tackle, so it's nice to have a try-point opportunity.
Oh.
I understand that.
Yeah, Brooks said.
Gallagher moves in, strikes that one well, and the flags go up. So we are level at 10 apiece here. 6 minutes gone in this second half. Hell of a game developing this afternoon. Every time one side looks to have the upper hand, the other counter punching well. As we said, a draw, 18 all in round 1 between these two sides. Actually had a draw there at Gibson Park last season as well, so certainly hasn't been much splitting these two sides in recent seasons. As we see a shift off the kick-off, Higgins onto Sirinen and onto Payne. And he's being sent back there by referee Michael Ford. So they lose a bit of momentum there, the Butchers. Gallagher. He takes it up towards the 20.
Start off well, so been arm wrestling.
As we see Ruskin forward, Whitty with that carry, as we said, not the biggest of back rowers, but does not take a backward step, and that one's just gone above horizontal. Always a bit dicey when you put the hand between the legs, as Stanford did there, and Jimmy Green also involved in the tackle. Hair looking pretty thin from this angle is the call on Facebook from Butcher's stalwart Ty McCarthy. So he's not out there, but still throwing some shade at Jimmy Green there. Great to see that banter. Feel free to weigh in, whoever else may be listening there, to Bar TV's call of this one. There's Johnson onto Siren and Payne. Second man again for Higgins, and the ball's gone out the back, and they'll say knock on. Good pressure outside in there from Lodge. Got to say, Lodge done a great job over on that edge. He was thrown there to defend in the centres early on with that injury to Hayden Carpenter, and they haven't scored a point or really looked like scoring one down that edge in this game.
Arms around the second row.
So Green will feed the scrum. Speechley onto Pello. Tackled there by Gallagher. Walsh also involved. Speechley onto Field. Field onto Daly. Over there to Stewart. And good ball there from Stewart. Gallagher had just snuck in there to get involved in that tackle, and Lodge almost got away over on that side. Wade Stanford. Good tackle there. Some good contact. Sirinen and Johnson making that tackle. Lia Tingange just had a bit of a peek at the defence there, and the ball hits the deck. late in the set mistakes. They are the coach killers. As we see Dodge on the sideline there with the interchange card, looks like he'll be injected back into the action in a moment here.
Yeah, 13 arms around.
Guys, a good 30 minutes we've got to close this one out between these two sides. You just sense this one going down to the wire. Johnson, as we said in game 150, and Stewart there, great work from the skipper. Just lifting his side there, came right in off his edge, takes the metres away from Ruskin, makes that tackle. The Butchers, though, smartly go back to that edge. Payne, he's looking for support. Leah Tingunga making the tackle. Morris was hit off the ball there and looks like he's had the wind taken out of him. Sirinen take it up towards the west 30, and the offload away. Dodge to Tower, the spin, great footwork there to Tower. He's going back in field. Great tackle from Stanford underneath to stop that one in his tracks, but Walsh onto Payne, numbers out to that side. Gallagher looking for the draw of pass. He dummies, gets away from Green, still going Gallagher.
Last tackle, Zach!
Dragged down a metre out.
Oh, yeah. Go.
Payne, long ball there for Walsh. Onto Dodge for space on this side again. Dodge off his right foot. He drops that on the toe, and Pello spilt that one. Dodge still chasing, so it will be double knock on is the call.
Double knock on, first one off west.
But it will be a Butcher's feed. Again, we just see absolutely look most dangerous this afternoon, the Butchers, when they can generate that second phase play. We saw a couple of offloads there, setting that one up to Tower on this side, really proving a go-to man for them with that footwork. It was a beautiful spin to create space over on that side. John Travolta would have been pleased with that one.
We'll go back on, you want to hear the whistle?
So Walsh to feed the scrum, the Butchers 10 metres out.
Go.
Johnson onto Payne. Higgins, another real danger man.
Up and square, Glenn!
For the Butchers.
Hold. Go.
Payne at dummy half onto Morris. Morris back towards the post, just settling.
Move now, John!
Looking for that quick play, the ball.
Hold. Go.
Johnson. Walsh the dummy, and he's got over there. Walsh, great work there from the Butchers 7. He just showed the ball on the outside, isolated Leah Tingunga there. Just managed to push past the front rower and plant that one and take a 14-10 lead for his side. So these two halves for the Butchers, Payne and Walsh, not a lot of footy alongside each other. But certainly from that first game, I called that one for Bar TV Sports as well against Berkeley a month or so ago, and certainly have linked well from day one. And that partnership looks like it's getting more and more seamless as the season goes on.
How's that 10 now?
Gallagher will look to add the extras. It'll be a big 2 points if he can get them. I just sense, as I said, this game perhaps going down to the wire. So the conversions. 6-point buffer would be big with still 27 minutes to play in this one. The left footer Gallagher, he comes in and he's hit that one pretty well straight over the black dot. So the flags go up, 16-10 the score. And the visitors just with their tails up here. You just sense a big couple of minutes coming up here for the Devils. Haven't had a lot of footy throughout this one, as we've said. You're looking for a big set defensively here. As Tasawa fields that one. Tower up towards the 20. Beef. Met there by Laurie Rankmore underneath 2. Those two gentlemen just coming back onto the park. McLeod looking to add some steel to his defence as Green quick off the line there to get up on Ruskin and take some metres away from him. It was Sirenen, in fact. We'll see Morris. Good carry over there from Morris on that edge. He's up towards the 40. Just getting a bit tangled up there with Lodge. They go blindside for Payne. Some numbers there too. Gallagher takes it over halfway. Green comes again to make that tackle.
Last tackle, 15. Hold.
Plays it to Johnson. Last tackle, Payne. That's a tough one. It's wobbling around. Kurt Field going back there to grab that one, and he does well. That was not an easy take at all.
Hold. Go, one.
Pello, good shot there from Dodge.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah, 16. Hold. Go.
The Devils just doing it tough out of their own end here as Field. Second carry of the set for Field. Good work here from the Devils back five. They sense their big men have got through a lot of defensive work and just doing what they can to take some of that pressure away. Green held there on his own 40. Laurie, good carry there from Laurie, and a quick play the ball on the back of it. Last tackle. Pello in at dummy half was looking for a bit of a gap there for himself, but he puts the kick down to his opposite number, Higgins, who goes off his right foot.
Movement one. Here I am. Hold.
Higgins now plays it to Johnson. Perkins. Good contact again from Laurie.
Hold. Go.
And Perkins not happy with Laurie, and they're just coming together a little bit. Jimmy Green in there playing peacemaker. Johnson now smartly going straight back where they were from. He's gone into space. He's got Higgins on the inside in support. He looks outside to Thirroul, who's going to run away. And he crosses out wide. That was some clever work there. Joel Johnson, the 150 gamer. Crafty player. He saw, as we said, that little bit of a scuffle going on there between Perkins and Laurie. Jimmy Green running in there to try to break that one up, and Johnson went straight through the path where the defenders would have been. As we see, still a bit of banter being shared between a couple of players there. He summed that up beautifully too, Johnson. He was in the clear. He had Higgins steaming up on the inside, but looks outside to Thirroul, who, I tell you what, has to be close to the Butcher's best so far this afternoon. He's laid on 2 tries for Crosland, and you can add his own 4-pointer there. The margin just swelling out now to 10.
We need to control it now. We've had 60 minutes of good footy.
Michael Ford just laying down the law to both skippers here.
Go and tackle. Don't need all your players coming and tackle me and my club judge in the end goal. Have a tackle. Right, Fordy. Got it, mate? Yeah, mate. Got it. Thank
you. So coming back for the kick, and no kicker on hand for the Butchers here. So Lukey Gallagher will attempt the conversion. 23 minutes to play, but a 12-point margin. The way this one's played out, hard to see them being overhauled if they can get it out to 12. Although stranger things have happened. Big next couple of minutes though for the Devils, if they can just hang in there and stay in this one. Possession momentum, they do shift, they'll get their chance. Just need to absorb the pressure that they're under here at present. Gallagher strikes that one pretty well, and off the upright. Well, the paint job they've done on the uprights this week, the Devils, has been fantastic, because you can chalk them up there to 4 points, the painters of the uprights.
Since we put them up,
so their margin remains 10. As we said, points so valuable given there's been no splitting these two sides in recent clashes, so may prove a big miss there from Gallagher's. Toa fields that one and he throws the dummy infield, but decides perhaps for the best to take it up towards the defensive line himself. Tackled there by Field. Johnson at dummy half. Walsh at first receiver dummies and decides to do it himself through the big man and the offload as well.
Up here, Kieran! Yeah, don't be quick. Hold.
Johnson.
Play not square.
Payne.
Direct, mate.
Onto Morris, who looks like he's moved to an edge roll over there, Morris.
Go back.
As we see Beef now, the ageless Aaron Beef.
Hold on his hip. Hold. Go.
Johnson off his left foot. You can just see whenever the Butchers do start getting any of that forward momentum, Johnson, the ever crafty number 9, he's always looking to get on the back of it. Walsh. That's an old wobbly one for Towers, but he reels that in well and brings it back. He throws the pass for Pello and some space for Pello. He's got Colby Pello on the outside and the ankle tap from Tatawa. And I'll tell you what had to be made because Pello had open space in front of him. It's Colby Pello now coming away from the sideline. And you just that's simply why you cannot discount this Devils outfit. Can score points from anywhere on the paddock with the likes of Tony and Colby Pello in the lineup.
Off the ball, Luke!
Green takes that up towards the 30. This is Laurie. Good carry from Laurie. Fires his front 20 metres out. Daly at dummy half. Second man there for Green. Flat ball there for Stewart.
Last tackle, Joel!
Daly at dummy half, they go blindside again, Green, and he puts that kick in. He'll be wanting it to hold up, but it won't. It'll roll dead, so a 7-tackle set. And certainly so far in this half, the most potent the Devils have looked.
Right in the middle.
Gallagher still edging his way up towards the 30.
Move now, Glenn! Get square! Here. Go, 0.
Morris. Still going Morris. He'll play it on the 40-metre line.
Hold! Go.
Beef. Beat still going. So we see the Devils just starting to drop off some tackles here. Johnson away from dummy half again, off his right foot.
Move now, 15!
Plays it to Whitty. Whitty flat for Walsh, who puts the kick down. He'll split the Pello boys, and it's a good one in there behind Colby Pello. Just caught him out slightly there, Walsh, and Crosland good on the kick chase. That's a bad pass there for Field. He did well to pick that up.
Move now, 7!
But a good kick from Walsh has put the Devils under pressure again in their own end. Leah Tinganga bumping his way forward, and good quick play the ball. They needed that one, the Devils. Rankmore now straight at Jared Whitty.
Move, Jared! Get square!
So a bit under the pump, but still
Aaron, not square!
making some good metres through the middle, the Devils.
Play on, 4.
Pace just has not slowed in this one. Both sides are obviously in great physical nick.
Go.
Green with the kick. He puts that high, the midfield bomb, and tackled there by Morris. They'll let that one bounce. Towers still the last, and they won't get to a second kick, so a good tackle made there by Morris, and the Butchers with the chance to start this set inside the Devils' territory. Didn't get the pass he was after there, Green, but not one of his better kicks. Normally a very strong feature of his game.
Lock in!
Ruskin plays that one to Johnson, on to Beath. Beath hit underneath there by Rankmore, and Stanford also involved. Whitty taking the ball forward. Good shot there from Laurie. Whitty driven backwards there. Still Laurie leading the way defensively there. Johnson on to Walsh. Walsh, he dummies to no one. Jimmy Green making that tackle with Stanford.
Hold! Go, 4.
Payne. On to Beath. Hit there again by Rankmore.
Oh, Josh!
Some numbers left for the Butchers. They go that way. Payne, he's just spilled that one. Payne, he was looking for his kick, and that's a big let off there for the Devils. They had some numbers. He was looking for a good attacking kick, but that one hits the deck. A rare mistake there from Payne. But the Devils, they're bunched around the play. The ball just slightly here, although they start to fan out now. Stanford, good contact there. Morris.
Hold here, go.
Daly on to Green. Green still edging his way forward. Plays that one to Daly. Stewart back through the middle. Good ball there for Pello. Pello got some space. Goes off his right foot again. Straightens. Gets away from tackles again, Pello. Walsh comes again and makes that one. But still ever probing there, Tony Pello. He just follows Glenn Stewart everywhere and finds some space on the back of it. Stanford well read there. Jared Whitty all over Stanford there as he caught that one. Green, last tackle. He puts this one high. A better kick this time. And the ball's been spilt there, and they'll say knock on Butchers. So here it is, the opportunity for the Devils. Boy, they've worked hard for that one. Green really put that kick in the perfect spot there inside the 10, nowhere near the try line. Just to bring the Butchers back men forward there into the sun. Some good pressure from the outside there from Towers as well. Earns the mistake. And the Devils, 15 minutes to play here. Their first visit to this end of the park in this second half as they go wide now for Pello. Pello skips to the outside. On to Colby. Pello. Forward is the cry from the Butchers, but the whistle stays in the pocket.
You've gone back over the top.
Pello plays that to Speechley. Green, he just settles.
Move now, Luke. Hold clear.
Wide shift out there to the right.
He's dropped it.
Penalty there for Dodge. Hand on the footy, they say. Of course, the referees, they watch that like a hawk these days. Can't get away with those little trick shots defensively. Good contact there. Whitty and Sirenan making that tackle on Laurie, and another penalty. That's back to back. That's two in a row for hand on the footy. So Stanford with the ball. Rankmore probing. Comes back to the left there. Play the ball there from Rankmore, a good one. Stanford, second man for Green. Stewart off his right foot. Stewart, Daly, Stanford still going. Geez, he got closer than we thought he would there, Stanford. Daly, Speechley right to the line, some dummies. Speechley going for the line, and Speechley goes across. Higgins is going up, blowing up Deluxe. But great work there, Brad Speechley. He's dummied. And dummied his way across. We see Higgins and Johnson protesting that one, saying Higgins was taken out. It looked as if Speechley was in the in goal before that. And the game right back on here, 2014 to score, and Green will have the chance to get that margin within 4 as the time has gone off, and Johnson just getting called out there. Like I said, they were complaining about Higgins being taken out. Boy, I think it was Green who was running through there.
He comes charging out in the end goal. No matter what happens there, he's not making that tackle. So control him. They do that again, they kick down. Have a chat.
The complaint certainly not without basis. We did see Higgins hit the deck, but don't think it had any impact there on the try and the scoring of it. Brad Speechley really well there. It was a good quick play, the ball under the post there from Stanford, who'd gone close, and a good ball there from Daly right out in front of his half on this side. And Speechley throws the dummy and gets across. Just knew West weren't going to go away there. And again, precious few visits into the Butchers' end, but just have had a knack throughout this one of coming away with points. And the flags go up, and that certainly not an easy conversion there. It was right in that tough spot. And a big one there to get it back within 4. 12 minutes to go. And as we said, this one again going right down into the home stretch. It's the kick there from Walsh over towards the sideline, bobbling around there, but Stewart made it look easy in the end, as he does most things on a footy field, as we see Rankmore takes it up over the 30. Good carry from Rankmore. I've just noticed the injection of Rankmore and Dylan Laurie from the bench from McLeod in this half has really lifted the Devils, the pair of them. So we see that is Laurie there with the footy. Pete McLeod left his middleman on there as long as he could to absorb that pressure, and coming on fresh, Rankmore and Laurie have really put their side back on the front foot.
16, lock in.
Daly at dummy half. Stanford
Last tackle, goal.
almost pokes his head through the other side there. Johnson and Ruskin, though, making the tackle. Speechley kicked there off the left foot. Crosland going back for it. In the end, it bounces up there for Higgins. So a good set after points there. And Pello, that tackle just snuck up a little bit, but he gets away with one there. But a great set there from the Devils after points. Got through their set. Speechley with the left foot kick. Perkins shot there from Rankmore.
Lock in. Hold. Go.
As they'll go towards the left again. Tsatsawa still going.
Up big. Halfway.
Because Perkins still down in back play. I tell you what, there wasn't a lot of arm involved in that tackle there from Rankmore, but he looks like he's okay as the Butchers take it up towards halfway. Payne looking for touch with this one, it looks like, and that'll roll away. Pello not letting it go there. He's crabbing his way across the field, finds Towers, who continues the sideways shift onto Pello again. So some sideways movement here from the Devils. Pello ultimately tackled 10 in from touch
16. 1.
on our sideline here.
Good now. Movement 12.
Speechley at dummy half.
Hold. Go. 2.
Stanford being tireless, Wade Stanford this afternoon. Just patrols that middle part of the field for the Devils. And Stewart back on the inside. He's looking for Grehan. Grehan with the offload too onto Stanford. The rest of the Devils just a little bit asleep on that play. The Devils, it was a good offload there from Grehan.
Go. 4. 6. Not square.
Stewart at first receiver. Second man there for Laurie. And good tackle from Whitty, but he gets the offload away, Laurie. And Speechley just standing in that one. And Sirinen. The eyes light up when you see a half there. A little bit vulnerable. Short side there for Pello. He throws the dummy in the offload, which has come off a deflection from Crosland there. It will be 6 to go.
Don't worry about Jimmy, just go.
As the media box goes up here. Pello. He threw the offload there, Pello, and he's in a bit of strife there. It's been the story of the afternoon there for the Devils.
What's wrong?
He was throwing it off.
So they'll be desperate for Pello to get up if they are going to get away and snatch this one. Pello. And he's hard to figure out what's gone wrong with Pello there. He's hobbling and holding his back. Lightning fast, but as we said, not a lot of him.
Wrapped around the thing.
Speechley onto Laurie.
I don't know how to do that.
Hit there by Johnson, Laurie, but he looks for the quick play the ball and gets it. Daly, short side for Speechley off his left foot. Hit there by Dodge. You can't question the toughness of Speechley. He's copped some big knocks this afternoon, but just bounces up. Green on the inside for Stewart. Gets the offload there for Pello, who looks like he shrugged off that knock as they go sideways again. Green, some space for Field. Well defended there from Crosland. He stayed out and had the trust in Thirroul to get there, and Thirroul makes that tackle. Laurie back in field. Stanford now coming from the field with an injury. Sirinen. Speechley, it's a good kick in behind, and Higgins had an air swing at it the first time, but comes again and knocks that dead. So
Good kick, Speech.
Brad Speechley having a huge impact down the stretch in this one for the Devils. Forces the first repeat set of the match for the Devils, and the Butchers now with hands on heads and looking like they're battling to see this one out. 7 minutes to go. 4 points to margin, 2016 in favour of the Butchers.
Come on.
Walsh putting that one as deep as he can get it. Towers finds Rankmore, and Rankmore winds up as he gets to the defensive line.
14! Go.
Plays it there to Daly, and we saw the penalty go the other way.
Need to play the ball.
Michael, for the referee, he just beat me to that one. Rankmore just not getting to his feet to play that one. And absolute twisting of the knife, that penalty. The Devils just had a real sniff of the very least an equaliser there, and perhaps a chance at a 2-point lead, but a huge let off there, that penalty. Must be said, hard to argue with it though.
One step good. Hold, go.
Although there's a few people in the West Media Box willing to do just that.
Move that! Yeah, hold.
I'd probably agree if I just got one more Coke Zero out of the boys, but we move on.
Up again.
So the Butchers now 40 metres out. Second man now for Walsh. Slips over and Blake comes in to finish that one off.
Go,
Johnson. Sirinen. So not a lot of adventure in this set from the Butchers. 6 minutes to go, leading by 4. Any points they can grab, you would think, will save them from a loss. As we've just seen a hooter go off. And now Pello scoops that one up. Pello still going. But neither side paying attention to that one. The Phantom Sirens found his way to Parish Park. As Pello driven back there by Sirinen and Gallagher making that tackle. And he spilt that one there, Pello. Protesting loudly, but golden opportunity to seal this one now. The Butchers, they're up by 4, 5 minutes left. If they can jag any points here, it just about puts this one to bed.
Come on, we're up here, guys. Let's go, guys, in the scrum. Stop waiting.
The Devils' unbeaten record looking very much in jeopardy here as the time ticks down. Of course, we did mention that draw. The only blemish on their record, only half blemish on their record so far this season. As Gallagher takes it over the 10. As we see Ruskin.
Are we getting back? Hold, go.
Payne, flat ball there for Morris. Good tackle by Green, 1-on-1, had to be made. Good work there from the Devils, number 6.
I was going to set the box up there.
Sirinen, flat ball there for Ruskin. Butchers looking to put it to bed. The Devils under pressure. Johnson from dummy half, the one-handed scoop up, and they were all over him there. The Devils had to be awake to Johnson and the threat. He is close to the line. Sirinen, dummy half, he's going to try to take the same route. And I don't think Jared Costello will mind that too much. Perhaps would have liked to have got to a kick, but of course you roll one into the in goal, you risk giving away a 7-tackle set. 3 minutes left. Gives the ball back to the Devils and gives them that huge 100-metre mission to get up there and give themselves a sniff.
Move now! Lock in! Hold 16! Hold! Go! 16, not square!
Leah Tinganga takes it up over the 10, but slow going. Stewart. 3 minutes out here. I tell you what, you've got to be looking at the likes of Tony Pello here and where he ends up floating around.
Last tackle!
It is a big mountain to climb. Towers. Leah Tinganga, it's the 5th tackle. I don't think they've realised yet. Some space though in the end on the outside, and Speechley does get to the kick ultimately. He had some numbers on his outside. Higgins has gone straight over the top of Speechley, end off his right foot. He's got support. Pello giving chase. It's a foot race. And Pello makes the tackle.
Move, Tony! Move, Tony! Tony!
Good chase there from Pello. You'd back him in a foot race against most.
Same thing. The one set.
There's again a few of the Butchers players putting the 10 fingers up, but not happening there.
Yeah, right. When you're ready.
They're not going to take the to the Butchers, instead choosing to try to soak up as much time as they can.
Up now, Dylan!
Payne on to Morris. Johnson at dummy half, on to Walsh. Brings Dodge underneath.
Up now, Dylan!
Clock winding down, 1:54 left on it.
Go, 3.
Sirinen, second man for Payne, off his left foot, back in field. He spins away from 2 tackles there. Sirinen still going. Flat ball for Ruskin. Ruskin setting his sights on the try line. Tackled well by Green, who also gets back to his mark quickly. So some slick defensive work there from Jimmy Green, as we see Sirinen now back towards the post.
Last tackle.
That will be last tackle. Flat ball there for Gallagher, and he spilt that. Well, there you have it. Death or glory play there. Gallagher spills that one, and the Devils, with 1:16 on the clock, will have a chance to get up the other end and try to pull this one out of the fire.
When you're ready.
Leah Tinganga
Move now, Joel!
taking that one up towards the 20.
7's good.
So interesting to see when the trick shot will come. It's a good ball there from Stewart, and the offload away for Pello. So they're going to try their chance their arm at this one. Towers back in field. He's over halfway. 48 seconds on the clock.
Hold!
Green, Speechley onto Laurie, the front rower, the lofted pass over the top for field, and he's put that down, and that'll just about do it. So we see the Butchers go up. The Devils rather rushing to pack that scrum.
Don't waste time.
But the white flag just about up there from the Devils. They really pressed hard for the equaliser there. 15 seconds on the clock, 14-13. So
Half back.
be surprised if we even see the resumption here.
Ball in.
Been a hell of an afternoon. A great match of footy we've seen.
Ball in, 7.
But the Butchers in the end just ultimately too good, as we see a scrum go down there. But the hooter goes, and that is how this one will finish.
Play the scrum. Play the scrum.
And instead, we haven't seen the full-time whistle blow just yet.
Have to repack the scrum.
He may just repack the scrum here, but it'll be the Butchers with the feed again.
Arms in.
2016 the score. And they go for the push again, the Devils, and Thirroul will take that one in, and the tackle made. So there she is, the visiting Thirroul Butchers. They run out winners 2016 over the Devils. Hell of an afternoon of football. Thank you very much for joining us. Mitch Jennings bringing you the action for Bar TV Sports. We'll see you out there next week somewhere in the Illawarra.